Hey, I'm Kev Kemsko. Welcome back to MotoGP 21 career mode for probably the final time. I'm not sure if I want to continue with a second series. If this just with, as you've probably seen throughout this career mode, numerous issues with our opponents, and even though I quite like, I don't mind the riding so much. And I quite like, managing stuff in this. And that's your main opposition, and you're just so unequal, it feels like, and so imbalanced with them. I don't feel like there's any point continuing for another season of trying to slug through it. But yeah, let me know if you do want to see MotoGP. We might do it like later down the line, like I've done for all previous career mode series, like come back to them before the next game comes out. But yeah, see, for the time being, put on hold. So yeah, last time we did see that we had new candidates. We had Flint Lambert flying from Canada to say he's good. We got a development of our engine, as well as we've got maximum torque increase for Valencia, which, considering this bike doesn't accelerate very smoothly anyway, I'm sure that will go down well on a track that needs traction. We've let the Ponds and I forget the other team, we've let their contract offers go. Aspar, I think it was, as well. Then you got Hertz at the moment. And so you can search for factory teams. As you can see, Avintia and Aprilia Gresini interested. We've got Ducati Lenovo, which is probably the main choice. Very interested. But My World Aprilia are also pretty damn interested as well. We'll add them to the list. But yeah, next up for Max Power, final race of the season for Hertz NTS. Probably the final season for them together as well. He's guaranteed the top 5 in the championship after winning last time out in Sebring, as you can see, ahead of Lowe's and Bezzecchi. And you have another perfect weekend. Around the 4th visit to Spain of the season, the 19th round of the season, or no, it's 20th round, isn't it? Yeah, 20th round of the season. Round the Ricardo Tomo circuit. So after practice, I believe this is after practice now, after what happened in Malaysia, I'm still not so sure anymore, but it is just dry, sunny conditions for every session, so there should be no change. As DJ Antonio once again the king of practice ahead of Lowe's, Arbolino, Bezzecchi, Gardner, and Roberts Fernandez on home turf ahead of Power. Just so you can see, 4/10 back, so not too bad. And we've got Navarro, Shirota, Ben Snyder, Gura, Manzi. Not bad on the ponds ahead of Cameron. Yeah, I believe those are the 14 that are going through. The qualifying two, let's hope so. It is, as there we go, we are through the qualifying two. So joining us is Vietti, Dixon, Verge, and Cameron. So go, less than a minute remaining, last qualifying lap of the year. For Power, 36.3 to beat. First effort, horrible. That's the horrible entry into the first corner. It was the 10th quicker than he did on his previous lap, apparently. And he's a couple of tenths up in the first split. The first split is his best. After that, it's all downhill, especially in his middle sector. Well, he's looking up the sectors, so halfway through the lap. Got a match in his first effort at the moment. Means he's just, at the moment, half a tenth back. Halfway through that. That is not too bad at all. Just having to wait for the bike to settle on the exit there. Now he's half a second back. That was a very poor third split. As it go through this left-hander where you're just waiting for the bike to be patient. But it never is. Dropping down and through the final corner, just a bit wide on exit. But this is a much better that compared to the previous one. 9/10 up, which means Power qualifies on the second row. As look at that, Ayagura on the Team Asia leads the way with 36.2 ahead of Ralph Fernandez and DJ Antonio. And it's Lowe's, Power, Dixon, then Shirota, Gardner, Bezzecchi. So the title contenders separated by a row. As you've got Ben Snyder in 10th ahead of Roberts and Navarro. Then it's Fernandez, Agosto, Manzi and Berge. And then on the 6th row, Vietti, Arbolino and Cameron. For the final time, we make sure we put our setup on. As is Vietti. Over to the fans back home as... I have tried this race once before. Alright, I got to admit I tried it with the soft rear, but it is impossible with soft tyres to do this race. Do any race in MotoGP 21 with a soft tyre. You can't select soft tyres in the race. It is ridiculous. You can only do... We're going to try mediums because Valencia tyre wear wise, like the total sort of Malaysia. Malaysia's very tough on tyres, but Valencia's very soft. We could maybe get away with softs in MotoGP 20, but no, we've got to be... It's like mediums. Possibly a hard front actually as well. But or they're recommending hards as well on the front. I don't know, I feel like I could get away with medium. We need the grip on it as well on the mediums, do we? Let's go with recommended in hard mediums. Like, which is ridiculous. For plays like Valencia, I said soft on tyres normally, but because of the way tyre wear works in this, we're going to have to go with like much harder compounds than we probably could get away with. As I said in previous games, like the tyre strategy is just very slim. It's either hard hards or like hard medium or medium hards basically. There's no real tyre strategy at all, to be honest. Unfortunately. All depends on like the tyre wear maybe, if you choose like a medium on the front or rear. But yeah, in general, you're going to be hards in the race. Just to be safe, be hard everywhere. To be honest, is probably my advice. So in the race, yeah, hard medium hards. Yeah, it's it. Back of right. Oh my god, massive crash in the background. Medium for Ben Snyder is a bit hards. Though. Oh my god, bikes flying everywhere. Riders flying everywhere. What is going on in the background? Hard soft from Chancellor. That's not going to work, mate. Medium mean for Barry. Look at the teenager at the back. Oh, God. I don't know what has happened to Power. He's melted and molded with another rider. The rider's down everywhere. Let's see if they make the race. Oh, everyone has recovered. So for the final time then, this season, we're going away as the lights go out for 6 laps. In Valencia, and just a poor start for Powers. He's getting bump drafted, and it's like by mistake towards the first corner. Power nicking down the inside of Dixon, though. Oh, can't quite get right past. I have no idea why I copied everyone else. There's all Dixon down. Dixon down behind Power into 4th. Oh no! He's like, that's Lowe's! That's Lowe's with the dive going down the Brits, having a terrible start here. Segura leads ahead of Fernandez and DJ Antonio. As Power gets the track limit warming quite rightly. Front of grass there. He's got inside. He's got Manzi. Hope he doesn't have a nose, please, Stefano, being up in 6th. As he got Fergie, Navarro. Just like Gardner behind as well. But yeah, top 3 are away. They're opening that up here. But yeah, it's such a shame that things like strategy in general has just gone from this game. Like the fuel and tyres. Like just use harder tyres. Just put all the fuel in. As Manzi's gone down behind. And that's it basically. On the handling model, like the physics seem to be a bit more simulating. They seem okay, but the feedback is terrible. Like, I quite like the feedback at the beginning of MotoGP 20 when it was like really strong, as it's like Fernandez lean on home surf now. But since then, like, even though they've done a patch to increase the feedback slightly, like the rumble through the controller, feedback is still not that great. Like, fight still goes away, and I'm just like, what? So you don't feel it at all. You don't feel what the tyres are doing. So you get very minor rumble. You only really get a big rumble when you're like wheel spinning it. But yeah, you don't really feel, like, I didn't feel that at all, that the bike was going to like wheelie on me. Like unsettle the bike at all, like nothing there force feedback wise. Oh no god, going through the splits, okay. There's high Ben Snyder. Trying to shove us by the Dutchman. Try and hold it through the right, but it slides through. And then we got home here with Navarro behind with Roberts and Arbolino. Slide back by Ben Snyder. Good battle for fourth here. As you try and cling on to fourth in the championship and in the stands as well, with Fernandez winning, can be very close. I think Power's got more wins, but Fernandez should have more points, I think, like a point or two. We don't finish in fourth. And that's not good, going very wide there. You can see Power second off the pace, 36.9 to 36.1 from Fernandez. The gap is 2.5 seconds to the top three. Be nice to see Gura on the podium. That'd be lovely. But yeah, continuing our critique for MotoGP 21. So yeah, strategy, tyres, it's not great. Handling, physics seem alright. And about the feedback. Graphics, it looks very bright this game. I'm not sure what they've done to the graphics. But they updated like the lighting or something, but yeah, it doesn't look as good as 20 in my eyes. My very poor eyes as well, they're not the greatest seeing things. So you're about to head into the second half of this race here. Slightly better lap this time. So like a mid-high 36, 36.7. As the rear brake is going all over the place. Oh yeah, brakes. This is one thing they bigged up, like brake temperature, tyre temperature. I think that maybe relates to the handling as well, of us having this lack of feeling with the bike is maybe related to the temperatures as well, because brake temperature, oh, it says my rear brake's on fire. I'm going to have to be like a bit more cautious. Rear brakes away a bit more, no doubt, but that's related to the tyres, not to the brake temperature. It just makes the rear more unstable, as we'll keep going because I want a Gura on the podium, all right? So but yeah, it's weird how it unsettles the whole bike having a warm brake like that. I'm not sure if that warms up the tyres as well, because the tyres look like they're okay, but it seems like it affects the tyres as well, like they're almost entwined. But yeah, having the brakes like too warm doesn't actually change the braking much, if at all. It's more like the tyres are affected than anything. So yeah, we're going to finish fifth in the championship then with Fernandez. So in the penultimate lap. And yeah, obviously you've seen the opponents. Oh, well, Manzi down in 27. Oh yeah, he fell down, didn't he? Our opponents are just not great. Probably the worst that the, in quotation marks, Neuro AI has been in the, 3 games, I think it's been in now. Oh, there was progress in 20 from 19, not much. But they've just gone backwards in this. Right, one good thing is that they don't lift as much on the straights, but they're just very slow on the straights in general now. I don't know why they thought that was a good idea. They could have just had them lift less on the straights rather than just make them slow in general on the straights. So it's weird, but at least the issues, as you saw with Ben Snyder, where he can maybe dive bomb past us, but then if you touch them slightly, they go down most of the time. And yeah, it feels like the contact models, again, maybe slightly better, because you do see that in real life, where if they touch, they can go down like that. But then they just get glued to you sometimes. Like if you're sliding with the rear and you lose the rear, like you get glued to them and you can't detach at all. So you're both just sliding together in on a pathetic waltz. I don't know. It feels like this game's not made for single player, it's made for multiplayer. Even though they've made the improvements with the career, like managing your team and everything, it's just all stuff they added in 20, but they've just put it at the beginning now in 21. One good minor thing is that you can just, when you assign your engineers for like parts and stuff, which I really liked, was just you can do it by button presses now rather than having to select them all and do it that way. Saves you a couple of seconds. That's good. I quite like the practice programs as well. So we've got more options now, and there's a variety of them from race to race, circuit to circuit. Like, that's good to see. There's a bit more variety. And they count throughout the whole of the weekend rather than just being in practice as well. Like, counts for qualifying in a race as well. Again, that can vary. Like, how many count, if they count at all, if not. But that's good. But yeah, just having the AI be this poor, like not noticing you at all. If they try and battle you, just dive bombing you from like 10,000 meters back and thinking that's a good pass. Or being too timid with each other. They were good battling each other in 20. They're not very good in 21 with each other. It makes it that comparison. That sounds good for like MotoGP and Moto2. Yeah, and they're not changing places at every corner now, which seems a bit better. But in Moto3, they do. They change places at every corner. It's just very weird in Moto3 having a bit more static leaderboard. And as I said, they're just not as good at racing each other now. Like the passes they would have made in the past, like making good clean passing and racing. In this, they're just very timid. Like they just don't want to overtake each other. They have a little dive down the inside and fully back out. And you see that when you're battling them as well. Like they fully back out of you, battling them as well. So the racing in general is just not as good as it was with 20. And yeah, these two, as you seen, very frustrating things. There are more bugs as well with them, as you saw at the start in Japan, as you've seen in previous races, for them crashing like every corner at Portimao, or in Mugello, or in Sachsenring, or in Malaysia as well. They're crashing quite a bit. Like they crash more now, which is good, but yeah, it got ridiculous in some places, and they still have those problems in a couple of races as well. And yeah, just in general, just very unsatisfying playing against the AI, which has probably it's actually been the case in most of the MotoGP games, but I thought in 20 they've made a turn here. Sure, they can build on it, but they've just regressed, and it's probably even worse than MotoGP 19 when they first introduced this neural AI. So anyway, Fernandez won ahead of DJ and Antonio, got the fastest lap, the only guy into the 35s ahead of Agura. He did get his podium, and Roberts, Navarro, Canet, Fabiano Fernandez, Garzo, Arena, Surin, Adazar, Vietti, Vergate, and Cameron. Scoring all the way down. There's Power in last. So in the championship, those wins ahead of Bezzecchi by 9 points. Then we've got Gardner. Fernandez gets 4th in the stands ahead of Power. Still a fantastic season for Hertz NTS ahead for DJ Natalia. Then we've got Vietti, Roberts, and Snyder. Gura into the top 10 ahead of Dixon, Shorter, and Baldassari. Surin into the top 20 as well with his points. Ahead of course, the Cameron. Arenas ahead of Barry in 23rd as well, with Della Porter getting the wooden spoon. And then in the team championship, Red Bull KTM they win by 58 points. There's Sky Racing Team VR 46. And we've got Mark VDS, Grassini up to 4th, Hertz NDS still in 5th though, ahead of Petronas Sprinter, Nickemoy, Stag, and then MV Augusta forward, Ataya Trans, Honda Team Asia, Speed Up, Aspar, Ponds, NTS, and American Racing. So that is it for career modes in MotoGP 21, at least for the time being, probably ever. As well, don't really feel like going back, apart from being a manager. Like, if we can open up our Moto 3 team for next season, I might come back and do that as like just a purely manager career, rather than having it as riding. Let's see. So here's championship rewards. Then for Powers, 5 wins, 7 podiums, 4 poles. Ridiculously up and down season. 3 non-finishes as well in Qatar, Finland, and Aragon. And then the last in Valencia, as you just saw, out of the points in Spain, San Marino, and Catalonia. In the points in Germany, just about all out of the points in the USA as well in that terrible race. But then top 10s at Argentina and the Netherlands. Points in France as well. Top 10 in Australia. But then a podium at Great Britain, great podium. In Austria, in very fortunate circumstances where half the field again crashed out. Most of the field did. But in wins at Portugal in farcical conditions. Same for Italy. Same for Japan. Thailand was just pace. Same for Malaysia. There you go. That is the season done. Hello. What are we doing for next season then, if we do another season? As you have new teams. Proposals received. So, we can go to MotoGP. And stick with Hertz. Start with Ducati or My World Aprilia. I can already tell you what I would choose in this scenario. It would not be a Vinci, unfortunately. It would not be Hertz. It would be a MotoGP team. It could be a Aprilia Racing Team Grassini. But I'm not sure if you replace the rider. It seems very weird as well. Like, again, that's something that needs to change. Like, you've just been... I don't know. Do you get a teammate if we make a new team? Because I'm telling you, I will sign up for Ducati Lenovo every day of the week. That is who we're signing for, Max Power. And then, yeah, if we just continue to the end of the season, is there any point developing stuff? Because it'd be for Hertz, wouldn't it? Yeah. So, yeah, just advanced week. Advanced the... Oh, hello. What was that? Something showed up. Oh, I didn't show it now. Oh, yeah, it's got development still. And then salaries paid. And then, oh my god, we can't set up a junior team. Oh no, we need 200,000 reputation. This is what I hate as well. We need lots of reputation now. Oh, okay, so we won't be back to career mode of MotoGP 21. Maybe when I do get reputation for this season. And then we can come back with a team. Oh, that's disappointing. We need to do well in the last race. So shouldn't have crits out so quick. So at least you get the option of choosing the full calendar or the official 2021 calendar. Of course, we choose the full calendar. And then this is the Ducati Lenovo team. So again, I was thinking, actually, we'll just stick with these cars. These cars are actually pretty nice. It's like a kind of rip-off Premac team, doesn't it, at the moment? I do quite like that cinematic as well. There's all Ducati headquarters. Oh my god, we can develop everything. Look at that. Production team on everything. We have no one on electronics. Why is that? Oh yeah, because engine and all the other stuff's important. And I do like that it's different between all the classes now, the development. As well. HQ level 1 or 3 as well. So you need to get 85,000 vans to increase that, I'm guessing. So that's pretty cool. And then, yeah, my contract, as you can see, contract's pretty standard. I wish there was a bit more variety in that. Like, you can, like, choose your clauses and stuff like that, like you do in real life. Like, for example, like, team expectations. Yeah, they can be top 10 or top 15, but we can maybe negotiate. Be like, actually, I think I could, in the race, get top 10s. And the championship, maybe top 15 is more realistic. But they're all very, like, standard like this. That would have been cool to maybe you know, mix it up. It's like something for the future. We've got no candidates for the personal manager. We did have the technical staff, didn't we? Nope, they've all buggered off. So that's only for Moto 2. Okay, so it all refreshes then. And then, yeah, we got, you know, see lots of electronics research data. Yeah, you can see some issue of the technical staff. And then MotoGP standings. We've got to check the Yad Championships, didn't we? Hector Garza looks very happy, though. Obviously, he was the champion. Same for Arena. Artigas, I'm sure he was the champion as well. Moto 3, yeah, but MotoGP didn't quite see. And then my stats, so that's only for the season. But as you can see, for the career, we still got 5 wins, 7 podiums, 4 poles. Shame they don't have the races saved. But I'm guessing they might. Who knows? But yeah, you can... What's it? Develop parts, can't we, in the off-season? What can we develop? You can not develop anything for the engine. You can develop nothing, and it's like... God damn it. So if you advance week, does it automatically put points into this? So if we look at it now, yeah, it increases to 1,000. Okay. Right, that I can't. That's alright. Not too bad. And then, yeah, technical staff. Welcome to the team, Rossi. You're much better. Oh, you're rubbish at the frame, but you're much better at aero, which we need. We definitely need that. If the synergy of aero now is like going through the roof. Yeah, welcome to the team, Rossi, to an Italian team as well. Here with Ducati Lenovo. But yeah, in general, it feels like it's more set up, as I said, maybe for... I know we can set up Moto 2 thing, get 450 reputation though. That is ridiculous, the reputation things. You basically need to win every race, don't you? Get those reputations. So yeah, that's a bit annoying now. That you can't just set up your junior team, you have to get requirements. But I can understand why. It's a bit more realistic as well. Like a bit like Rossi, like he's got unlimited reputation, so he can set up his new team. And that's why it's cool choosing Ducati Lenovo as well. Like it's more like real life with Rossi expanding the grid next year with his team. As well, with Aprilia splitting with Gresini as well. So Gresini and Aprilia are now separate as well for next year. So yeah, we're getting 2 more bikes on the grid for next season, even though a third of them are now Ducati. So, and that's why using Ducati Nova makes sense, because that's what Rossi's going to be campaigning next year with his team. But yeah, it's just a shame that, yeah, this setup is good. It's just a shame the big drawback of this game is the AI. Like, I was looking at my play stats for previous game, and there is a pattern on Steam. Like, for 14, 15, 6, 13, 14, 15, 16, 15, I put in hundreds of hours in. Yeah, 16, 13, 14, probably put at least 100 hours in. 4 of them, even 13. Because it was, you know, my big first MotoGP game. I was like, oh, this is good fun. And then look at my Steam stats, 17. Like that's my most played MotoGP game on Steam. Like that's got, you know, at least 120 hours in. Then it goes down to like just over 100 for 18. 19's only got 80 hours in. That was not a good game. But then it rebounds for 20, like 110 hours. In this game, 55. Yeah, that's how much I like this game. Half as much as 20 apparently. You do it by playtime. But yeah, apart from, yeah, career mode, as I said, good in general. Just a shame about the AI, which makes it unplayable for me. Quick modes, we still don't have Moto E. I don't know. You could do it last year with the pandemic. You had that as an excuse. Again, the pandemic's probably an excuse for this year, but it took you a few months to update liveries. So thanks for releasing half a game again. And get this game on sale maybe at the end of the year. If you're a MotoGP fan, don't get it now. Wait until they've actually done stuff. But I think they're kind of backing out of updating the game now, and it's like, so we're seeing less updates now. But again, they've got new games coming, such as the Hot Wheel game coming out at the end of the year. Well, multiplayer's improved. So that's probably the one improvement I can say about this game, is that multiplayer seems to be a bit smoother to join lobbies. No, quite a few people are playing it as well. As what's that? 13, 15, 35 players. That's not too bad for a game that's been out, what, a few months now. And then, yeah, got Race Director lobby as well. So, yeah, multiplayer is a good plus. I've not tried the esports at all. Customization's a bit better as well. Like you can do quite a few things. But customization's always been good. Tutorials is good from what I've seen, at least. I've not tried them, as you can see, because even though from what I show in these videos, I do kind of know what I'm doing with this. But yeah, at least they've got actual lessons now instead of just having pictures like they've had in the past. So that's good. These tutorials, again, is a step up. As I said, career mode would be a step up if it wasn't for the AI. Download content, this is just lazy DLC. The IP thing they did with Ride as well, this is just ripped out of Forza, like with lazy. In the community as well, like making it unnecessarily grindy. So you have to get the VIP multiplayer so you can get double the credits and stuff. And research. Reputation points and research data. Like that's just shitty milestone. Shitty practice, that is. Same with Forza and Microsoft as well. And then yeah, all of this is alright. Nothing's really changed too much. I mean, image configuration is messed up. Not sure if they fixed it, so I won't go into it. But yeah, with the went to HDR and they just had to back out and reinstall the game sometimes, try and get image configuration working. Yeah, shame we don't have tuck still for control. I don't know why they took that away a couple of years ago. That's just auto. Yeah, with game modes as well. Like I'm going to be talking about, I'm going to go back to a MotoGP game, which I really love, and show you the difference and why it's just gone backwards since it's gone onto this engine, onto the Unreal Engine. Same for all their series. Like Ride 3 and 4. 4's okay ish. Like, it's a shame they stripped out career mode. I much preferred 3 in that sense, even though handling's maybe slightly better for 4. But yeah, in general for Milestone, it's just a milestone game. That's the problem with these games. They're milestone games. They've got this standard of always, I don't know, in the trailers and stuff, like, oh, we've got all these features and it's great. Execution is never 100%. It's frustrating. After almost a decade now of these MotoGP games, like, it's very frustrating. Like I said, the whole package in this seems to be improved from 20. It's just the AI have gone backwards. The handling in certain aspects has gone backwards. And that's the case. There's always improvements, but there's always huge steps back. And, you know, after a decade of playing these games now, it's like, do I really want to play MotoGP 22 on this channel? Probably not now. Like, this might be my last MotoGP playthrough on this channel. Because that's gotten to that point with Milestone. Like, Supercross is the only game I play. It seems like regularly that I want to show off on this channel now. Because 4 did make a step up from 3. And in general, Supercross seems to be the only series for Milestone, which actually seems to be moving in a direction that like fans like. This is, in some aspects, yeah, MotoGP is as well. As the multiplayer seems to be better, so I'm sure people love the esports. I'm a single player person, and yeah, just not there. But yeah, I'll go back to an older MotoGP game, show you some old retro games as well. I bought some for the 360, which I've never played, so I might show those off as well. And yeah, MotoGP 21. But I saw you immediately after this video. We still don't have the historic stuff they promised. We got historic. I don't mind the splitting the historic bites as well. Just to mention this as well, I could rant for days, but I don't mind this split with all the historic stuff. Okay, all right, I don't mind this. Where's all the other scenarios and stuff you promised as well? I swear that was in the trailers. Like, oh, we're gonna have historic stuff. Maybe I was mixing it with different games, but yeah, the historic stuff in 19 was great. I can understand why they changed it for 20, even though the execution was very bad, not very fun. Then not to have it in 21 at all, because you can't really do much with those. Can we do a championship with them? Okay, you can do historic championships. That's all right. But we don't have we have historic circuits as well. We have Brno, don't we? Do you have any more historic circuits? Can't remember. We do. We do have Donington and Laguna still. Okay, that's all right. Don't have Estoril. Estoril went a few years ago. I don't know why they don't have that back. I think it's on the old engine. They don't have it for the new engine, I'm guessing. But yeah. But then they don't have Donington, do they? I don't know. But yeah, then they have some circuits from games they've had it in that they've removed. And yeah, I don't know. Don't really understand. But yeah, that is MotoGP 21. Don't really understand. I think that's a good summary of it. So I'll be back with, was it SRX the game, which we're very much enjoying, going through that. Of course, we've got our Dirt Rally 2.0, but live stream career we're going through as well. And then there's a bunch of other games to go through rather than this. So, rather than MotoGP. So yeah, I'll be showing those off. So it might be time to go back to track they are, because they keep adding content to that and improving that, it looks like. And then, of course, Rims Racing is coming in a couple months. I'm excited about that. That's one thing I'm excited about. Like, the demo was pretty good. Even though, strangely, the demo, they didn't show off the USP, like the customization. I thought they might cut that in right off, but still, the demo was very good. The opposite of WRC10's demo, which was awful. I'm still excited for WRC10 in the future. But yeah, there's also F1 game coming out. I'll be showing off Breaking Point from that, or Breakpoint from that. And I'm not sure about my team. My team just takes a long time. I'm not sure I have the time to do it, unfortunately. But yeah, definitely not show off Breakpoint, show off that story mode, and yeah, show off a bit of F1 2021. But yeah, so unfortunate. Thank you, whoever watched the MotoGP 21 career mode videos. Like, dislike, commented, subscribe, did all the things for these videos. I know it's a bit disappointing how MotoGP 21 has turned out for career mode people, but as I said, I'll probably give it up on Milestone trying to fix the problems they keep introducing to their games now. Like, as I said, with the step forwards, but then massive step backs in some aspects. Unfortunately, the massive step back for MotoGP 21 was the AI. So yeah, so unfortunate. And I will see you all next time.